Hey guys, so today we're going to watch the second episode of a series. I already saw the first one link somewhere. Yeah, it was really interesting at first because it was something I didn't know about history, and I love history, so that was really interesting. Let's see part number 2.
May I be deprived of heaven and of a happy life if I oppress my subjects. In their happiness shall lie my happiness. In their welfare I shall consider good. In
Well, that is important.
322 BCE, Chandragupta took oath as the emperor of Magad. He and Chanakya realized their goal, but it was now that their real challenge and dream was before them. Of making a great nation. Sukhasya moolam dharma. Chanakya authored a brilliant treatise called Arthashastra that deals with every aspect of state governance. Chanakya's thinking was very advanced. It was the cornerstone for Chandragupta in setting up a very stable and sophisticated government in Magad. But while Magad was enjoying a period of peace and prosperity, situation in the west was not the same. Alexander's sudden death left his empire burning in the wars of succession between his generals.
See, this is so weird because at the same time we were
Among
occupied
them,
by him. So
One, Seleucus Nicator I managed to gain control over the whole of the eastern part of the empire, all the way up to the Mauryan borders.
it's like so interesting to see what happened at, like in
He
Israel
had won the
and
biggest
at your
chunk of
place at the
Alexander's
same time.
conquest, but his thirst for power was still unquenched. He wanted to do what even Alexander himself could not, conquer India. And this ambition brought the two empires head to head on the battlefield. Both Seleucus and Chandragupta had vast armies, great wealth, and immense experience of warfare. The war went on for 2 years, but in the end, it was Chandragupta who triumphed. For Seleucus and his army, this defeat in the east was devastating. In the west, wars of Diadochi were still troubling him. Seleucus realized that in this situation, it was better not to make an enemy out of the mighty Chandragupta, but to seek his help. He sent an envoy to Chandragupta with a proposal of
This is
alliance.
such a guy thing to do, to like immediately start a war and after that think, hey, maybe we can work
He
together.
offered to cede a great part of his territory in then India to Chandragupta and to marry his princess in Mauryan family to cement the relation and trust. Chandragupta welcomed the proposal and in return provided Seleucus with a fleet of 500 war elephants. These elephants proved decisive in Seleucus' victory in the very important Battle of Ipsus in the west. This placed him at the strongest position amongst his rivals. Seleucus had sent his ambassador, Megasthenes, to Mauryan court. Mauryans are great road builders. He wrote his experiences in his book Indiga as he journeyed from Takshashila to Patliputra on the ancient Grand Trunk Road. People of India do not wish to wrong anyone. Thefts here are rare. Strict laws and severe punishments must have kept people from deceit. Plenty of rains and an advanced irrigation system helps farmers take 2 crops a year. This land has seen no famine. When Megasthenes reached Patliputra, he was amazed. The riches in the palaces here are far superior to any Persian city I've ever seen. Thus Magad, under the ideal kingship of Chandragupta, was far ahead of its time. After 26 years of rule, at the height of his power and still a young age, Chandragupta handed over the scepter to his son Bindusar and became a Jain monk. He left the capital, renouncing all the power and wealth he and Chanakya had made out of nothing. He remains
so that
a revered
was
figure,
chapter 2 of
a legend to this day.
Of the same series. I already reacted, I think, to the first one, and I don't know. It's just I love how people that are coming to be like in charge are actually like you see them actually care about the people they supposed to take care of. This is not just like a politic thing, which is just like I'm gonna rise to the top and I don't care about anyone else. So that was really interesting. I absolutely love the fact that they're making different voices to each character. This is actually like a legit show, which giving you like so much information, but at the same time trying to be entertaining and interesting and not to like be, you know, those boring history class where you just sit in front of the teacher and she's just like saying things and you're just like, yeah, okay, when are we going to have like go to a break? So that was like really interesting because it's giving you all the information, but you don't want to go on a break like ever. I also really like the fact that this is like in small amounts. Like this is a subject, this is a subject. It's like it's not just like giving you the whole history like at once. It's giving you like small dosage of everything. I really liked it. Yeah, I really enjoyed also the drawing and everything. I absolutely enjoyed it. But what do you think? Like, do you think it's, first of all, is this like actually representing the history? I know history, you know, there's a lot of sides of history, but like I love to know, like, do you think this is, I don't know, is this a good representing of like of what you stand for, of what you believe happened? Because it is really interesting, and again, I have never heard about this. Now, let's talk about when this has happened. At the same time, the same thing happened in Israel. Like at the same time, Alexander was conquering us. So that was also a really interesting thing to see. I absolutely love how when you learn about something in history, you can compare it to like what happened in different part of the world, and you see that in different part of the world, something like very similar happened with the same person, which was sucked for us, but cool that this was again something that we both had to deal with. Thank you so much for the guy who suggested this, because again, I would never, if I was just like googling stuff for myself, I don't think I'll ever like get stuff like this. I don't think I will like even see the first picture and I was like, no. But when someone is telling me, look, this is worth it, so yeah, this is definitely worth it. I can't wait to see what the next video will be. I also really like to see, you know, it's just like it's educational and it's fun, which is great. So yeah, we'll see next time what's going to happen.